Hi there, this is Mark, and I am here at Umpqua Bank. It's my bank in San Francisco, the downtown location, and I'm in one of their meeting rooms, and actually just got to work with a private client in here doing a yoga practice. So that was something that they offered when I first opened an account here, and I learned how interesting and different and cool of a bank they were. They're like, yeah, if you want to have a client in one of the rooms, you can have you know, move the table over and do yoga. I'm like, really? So I just did it. It's very cool. And now I'm going to do the reading from the Golden Present, Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. And this is for October 11th. And the topic here is Learn to Love Everyone Equally. What is the sign of a wise person, a godly person? He or she loves everyone equally, unconditionally, no matter what. Even the fellow who denies God is loved by God, is it not so? If God did not love the fellow who denies him, he would immediately take the life force away from him. Why would he even keep him alive? If God does not want his scriptures to be burned, he will keep all the matchboxes away from that fellow. It's not impossible for God. God loves not only the person who praises him, who builds churches for him, who talks nicely about him, but even the one who denies him. That is what you call cosmic love. You do not need to be doing great things. In your own small way, among your neighbors, around your house, see that you are a friend to everyone. Learn to love everyone equally, no matter what he or she is. No matter what he or she is. That's interesting. Not who he or she is, but no matter what he or she is. Well, I like the message here. Learn to love everyone equally, because, what is it like when we don't? When we feel like only certain people are worthy of our love, or only certain people are worthy people on this earth, and that means we're denying other people their right to be alive in some manner or another, whether we think of it in a harsh way or, that's the way our mind works. And I think maybe it comes from having part of our nature is to be tribal. We like to be around people that we feel safe and comfortable around. And anywhere we feel a threat, we feel like it's going to be unsafe, we want to protect that part of ourselves or our tribe. Because it was, the case that outside people of the tribe may try to take something from your tribe, whether it was land, cattle, people. There was something about it that it could be unsafe. So I think that's still ingrained in us, that we're, stick with the people who think like us and are like us, and make sure to avoid anyone who's different. And I think that there's probably some people who would justify that that's still or the right way to be. And they have that option. And I like how he says, on the top here, what is the sign of a wise person, a godly person? Again, that could be a judgment call, because maybe somebody who thinks that they're protecting their tribe and denouncing others is a godly thing to do. But in my practice so far, I feel that being more accepting and honoring others keeps me in a more peaceful state, and it also challenges me to think a little larger, to expand my mind, to consider that somebody else may have, if not something worthwhile, then something to teach me, even if it is in a way that might feel adverse to my natural flow of something. Maybe there is something. I could tell that sneeze was going to come. I thought maybe I wouldn't have to sneeze, but I did. Sometimes there's two, but maybe there's only the one. I think that's the first time I've sneezed in all these videos. I'm not going to edit it out. That's part of my practice with these, is they're just a one-shot deal, and whatever happens, happens, like people walking in the background or me sneezing. Where was I? Learn to love everyone equally. When I hear messages like this, that's when my brain, I think about why don't we naturally do that? So I like to think of that, just challenge myself. And then I think, why don't I do that? I get annoyed, with people here and there. So it can be hard to just be in that constant flow where I'm just, I love this person. I love that person who cut in front of me. Oh, I love that person who just was, screaming profanities. Or it can be hard to let that always be flowing through. So letting it just be a way to challenge yourself to keep that bar raised high, if that's your choice of how you want to be in the world, all in the efforts to maintain peace. Now, if you want to keep separations and dividing lines and this side and that side, I think that's part of what just keeps us in the mentality we already have. We feel that we want peace, we want things to be better, and this, but if we stay in a certain frame of reference of how basically the old brain functions, the protective brain, the reptilian brain, then there's only so far we're going to be able to resolve all of these conflicts. But if we are open to listening to some higher part of ourself, I think there's some other guidance and there's some other options to what's going on here. We don't just have to accept that it's either this way or that way. There can be a different way. And maybe that's learning to love everyone equally is part of that way out. I don't know. Think about it. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.